All right, here is the thing. Coming up here in a moment is the booted swan.
Das booted Swan.
Das the booted swan, no. And earlier in the show, we were kind of talking about how you never hear men say, my clock is ticking.
Right.
And Jack, if you can go to number 2 and cue it up, number 2 for me. Thanks. So you never hear men say, my clock is ticking. Here's a little clip from the Swan, and I want you to try to figure out what you think in it that you'll never hear a man say.
All right.
Jack.
After having a child, I have this disgusting stomach with stretch marks and an abnormal belly button.
Well, that.
I think that's probably why. I do have issues with being intimate with my husband, but there's a lot of emotional baggage too. And one night, my husband was in a bar, and this girl, she leaned in for a kiss. And when I asked him if he kissed her back, he came out and told me he did kiss her back. And of course, I didn't believe that was all. I don't know if I even believe it now. I didn't leave him because I guess I'm afraid that nobody else would ever love me.
Besides the stretch marks and belly button was all popped out because she had kids and stuff.
I think that guy had some rights.
That's not what I asked, though. Can you think of like Here, I'll just tell you what I thought. She said she stayed with her husband because she was afraid no one else would ever love her.
Right.
So her husband cheated on her. She stayed with him. I mean, she said just kissing there, but from what I understand, that he full-fledged cheated on her.
Well, she doesn't believe that's all that happened.
Right. So your husband cheats on you, and you don't leave because you're afraid that no one else will ever love you.
Right.
I don't know if I've ever heard a man stay or say, well, I'm afraid there's nobody else out there for me.
I don't know that I agree with that one. When I was very young, and there's other examples, but this one stuck with me. This girl who loved me like you can't believe, to the point where it gets as passionate as you get, like fully over the top. And she said to me while being dragged out my door, no one will ever love you as much as I love you.
Yeah, but we all said
And
that, remember?
I totally believed her, though, for the longest time. And I would now think there's nobody else for me like Gretchen.
Well,
So if
I guess
got left.
I guess what I'm not. It's not about. Yeah, because I agree. If you're in that mad, passionate love, crazy thing, I guess what I'm saying is, I don't think a man would stay in an abusive or cheating relationship because he was afraid that there wasn't a possibility of meeting somebody else.
You know what? The expression, there's more fish in the sea, goes for both genders, but apparently chicks don't like to fish as much as we do.
Right. I mean, but yeah, my one girlfriend, she's an oddity because she's like, oh, they make more. I don't really care.
Yeah.
But this woman is like, oh, I don't want to leave because no one else will ever love me.
That's sad.
Yeah.
But what do you think she's going to do now that she's hot?
Because I think that men don't have that kind of. It's almost like a weird desperation in some of my friends, and girls. It's like they're saying their clock is ticking. They say things like, "What if I never meet anybody?" But I don't ever hear that desperation in men. Mm-mm. Oh my God, what if I never meet anybody? Oh my God.
And if you do, it's fleeting. You girls say it for years.
Yeah.
Yeah, we say
We're
it all
20.
night. Yeah, we say it all night.
I know young girls that say it.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you kidding me? What, Jack, you're a longuechon.
In her case, though, I hated her husband because did you see him later when he goes, I'm just so afraid that now that you're hot, you're going to leave me. Like, he cheated on her, and now he's trying to play the victim like, you're going to get all hot and run out on me.
But that's a thing to say. I'm ugly, I can't keep you now.
Yeah, he's a jerk, though. I did not like
a
him.
lot of these
she
people
should leave him.
A lot of these people have not been rocket scientists.
All right, so let's go back to the phones about the things that basically you'll never hear the guys say. Things like clock is ticking and I don't know if I'll ever meet another girl. It's just sad. Here is Candace. Hi, Candace.
Hi.
Well, okay. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but I'm 25. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I'm the one freaking out. Like, I've been dating a lot of guys who are in their 30s, and they're ready for relationships, and they, want to really, like, the whole commitment thing. And I don't know. I'm the kind of girl who I like going to the sports games, and I like hanging out with the boys. So, I don't know. Maybe that's why they want to have relationships. But I feel like I'm freaking out because I don't know, my other girlfriends are like, yeah, I want to meet the right one. I want to settle down, blah, blah, blah. And I'm kind of like, well.
Let me ask you something.
I want to be swept off my feet. Is that totally?
Well,
No, that's awesome.
And good for you. I think the thing is you're not settling. You haven't met the guy that you want to, like, just, curl up with every day.
Right, but are you sleeping with all these guys?
Am I what? What?
Are you sleeping with all these guys?
No.
All these guys that are telling you they want to have a commitment with you and you haven't slept with them.
Yeah, no, I haven't. I'm a fun girl.
She's just like, she's going out, she's dating, she's like playing the field, and then and none of them are the guy that's like, oh my God.
But see, I'm not a nagger or anything. I'm just kind of like, I'm not really high maintenance, I don't think. So maybe that's why. But then it kind of freaks me out because they're like, oh, this chick's kind of fun. We can hang out. She's not like requiring too much.
Well, that's
of me.
because you haven't fallen in love with him. That's when you become the nag.
Right.
Yeah, when you like become totally crazy in love with him and you feel like those little moments of desperation of like, please don't leave me. No, you're going to be a nightmare. Trust me.
But you know what? Okay, the other thing I hear is that, because see, I'm not from LA. I'm from a smaller town. And so I think that my
then you're going to be a
mentality is different.
psycho then.
Yeah,
Because
you're going to go crazy.
No, because I think, wow, you're not like one of those high maintenance LA girls, and so they like me better.
Candace, I'm from a town of 800, so if you're going to put it on
Yeah.
a pop.
Sounds bigger than yours then. Okay, that's
So
all
you're going to
right.
be a complete psycho bitch. Let me just tell you, if you're going to.
Yeah, if that's the criteria, hold on.
Ha ha. I'm not one of those LA chicks either.
Yep.
Good luck.
Godspeed.
When she finds the right one, it's all over because, she's got a lot of energy and she's
Yeah,
got
she sounded perky and neat, although I thought she was a bit deceptive.
a lot of charisma and boy, some poor bastard.
Yeah.
Expect
But
that
right
every-
now, they're just going to the game, and they all just want to settle down with her.
Imagine this, Candace. Someday you're going to have handcuffs behind your back in Beverly Hills going,
Why?
why?
Limo full of trash.
A limo full of all his documents.
You'll be fine.
Yeah. I'm not from LA either.
Yeah, we don't grow them like that here.
Lacey. Oh, Lacey hung up. All right, here is. Hi, Ron.
How you doing?
Hey, Ron.
Hi, we're good. We're talking about how men never say, my clock is ticking, or they never say, gosh, I don't think there's anybody out there for me. I'll never meet somebody.
Oh, I really don't believe that.
Well, tell me your story.
Well, I think every man needs a woman.
3 sometimes.
Pardon?
Nothing.
It was the piggy pig.
Yeah, I think we all need them. I've been married going on 11 years this month. And before we got married, it was like this hole, and then I got my hole filled up.
There's a hole in my heart, dude.
Huh.
Dude, that's exactly right, believe it or not.
So you felt like you were a little bit empty and like you were missing something, and then you found your wife, and now everything's
Well,
great?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I used to go out and party and whatnot, and hang out with the guys and all that, but it just wasn't the same.
was
when it was
empty.
all over, you
Well,
went
I'm not
home
kidding.
all
I'm
alone.
glad that you called, Ron, because everybody disagreed with me. Danny and the Pips, they disagreed with me. But yeah, I would have to say that at some point you got to be tired of going to the bars and dating and not having like a person to confide in and all that.
And to share.
Yeah.
Jack has his trainer.
Yeah. It also doesn't necessarily mean it works out either, does it? I was looking at the latest and greatest entertainment news. You know that Paris Hilton, Nikki Hilton's mom, is doing a new ABC reality show.
Yes, I do.
Oh my God! Who wants to be the next diva?
I do.
You should try.
I want to be the next diva.
Anyway, it's called I think they're gonna try The Good Life or something. They're gonna try to find a socialite in Middle America. 10 ordinary women who want to be socialites and bring them to New York, where Hilton will groom them for jobs in glamorous fields.
Sounds retarded.
Maybe they like Mid-America. Maybe they like
Maybe
who
there's
they are.
a reason they're in Mid-America.
Yeah. I don't think they want to be a socialite.
And I don't need an extra car on the freeway in California. Just stay where you are.
Well, they're going to New York, but my guess is these people of Mid-America, because I'm from there, they like
They
it.
like it. If it weren't the worst weather in the world, I'd live in Chicago forever.
It's not. It's beautiful. It's
The weather in Chicago?
Yeah, the
Oh, you're
fall
insane.
and the leaves.
70 below wind chill factor.
Beautiful.
Lake effect snow.
Well, that wind does whip your ass. a little
Yeah.
bit. Anyway, all right. We've been talking about Jack. What were we talking about?
Midlife crisis.
No, we were talking about how you're stupid.
Wow. How'd that turn?
Yeah, the clock is ticking. Things you basically never hear men say, and why we as women almost become like, I don't know, desperation, like this weird thing, and why
boys like that.
And why guys never come off as desperate to, like, I mean, it's funny because women are desperate to be in a committed, faithful, loving, secure marriage with children. Men are desperate to bone.
Right. That's exactly right.
That is so wrong.
And what happens is you find this girl that you really like having sex with, and then you marry her, and then you have the kids, and then you have the house, and guess what? There's no more boning.
Yeah, that's what they tell me. I
It's
don't
totally
know.
true.
I believe it.
About year 9.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll keep that in mind.
I've been married
Jack,
14.
you won't have to worry about that. Here is Leslie. Hi, Leslie.
Poor
Hey, guys. How are you?
Jack.
Hi, we're great. How are you?
I'm good. I just wanted to call in because when that Tom guy first called in, I think what he was saying is very true from the guy's perspective that, you know, they go to the games or whatever and they want someone to hang out with them and do that like a guy friend would. But I think where the difference is, and this is in defense of women, is that it's not necessarily that we expect them to change what they do, but it's like, you know, now that we're hanging out with them, we need to be part of what their consideration too. It's like they want to continue to just go to the games and do whatever, but see the girl whenever they want, and they expect the girl just to kind of.
Well, you know what, Leslie, and I hate to disagree with you because I love your point, and I would love the whole in defense of women, but there's a reason why there's a joke about how women try to make men change. You don't think that as we all put on that front and then you're actually with him that you go, okay, I want to change his clothes, I don't like those shoes, I think he needs a different haircut, he can get some Crest whitening strips.
Definitely, I think there are
Or a
someone
bright
out
smile.
I do think I do think there are women out there that do want to do that, but I think there are plenty of women too that they don't need to change that aspect. But because I just got out of a relationship, and this is exactly what happened. It was like, the guy wanted to continue to hang out with his friends, and we were already to the stage of saying I love you and stuff. But sometimes he would like just blow me off, even though we had plans to go out with his friends. Like, no, that's the crap that we had to go.
Did you make that known though?
Sorry. Yes.
You did. Okay. Because, a lot of chicks don't. And then they're like, I don't know what I did wrong. I mean, Ray Romano had it best the other night when we were at that party. And he said, even when I'm sleeping, I know I'm probably in trouble.
Right.
Yeah, no, I mean, I very, and I'm pretty laid back. I mean, I'm also not from Los Angeles. So
you're going to be a psycho, too.
No, I'm very kicked back. And
I'm from Los Angeles, and I'm a psycho.
Yeah.
And really, I think
go.
people are just crazy.
But yeah, and I tried to be really understanding, and I definitely accepted. It's exactly what Danny said too. You find the woman that can accept you, tolerate you the best.
Right.
And I was totally doing that with him, but like with him, it still wasn't enough because it's like he still just wanted to like hang out with his buddies and go out drinking. And even if we had set plans, sometimes he would just like not even call and just blow me off.
He didn't like you.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, that's not nice. I don't know any man that really loves a woman that would do
So
that.
I have plans with you, and then just not show up
and
and go
not
out
call
with
or
his friends.
anything?
Well, he would call later and be like, "Oh, sorry, I got
Nope.
tied up." Or,
Shine this guy.
Yeah, forget it.
Oh, yeah, no, I already did. Trust me. And yeah,
And I have the 3 strikes you're out rule, by the way.
Which is
What's strike one?
Strike one would be, okay, hey, maybe tomorrow we'll get together, and then they don't call at all.
Right.
And then like 2 days later, they're like, hey, how have you been? You're like, wait a minute.
Strike one.
Yeah, so that's one. And then also what Leslie said, if they ever do that where let's go out tomorrow for sure, and then they never call or Then,
Now, are there offenses that count as two strikes at once? Like sleeping with your sister or something? Is that 2 strikes?
that's foul.
That's foul. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I give people like not cheating. That's a different
You
thing.
actually said everybody gets one.
Well, I'm not in a marriage. To me, not in a marriage. But I mean, while you're dating.
Oh, while you're dating, everybody gets one?
I think you get like one because it was that first dating thing, and he probably went with his ex-girlfriend. They probably stooped. And I probably went with the ex-boyfriend and probably stooped. All right. Well, Leslie, it sounds like good riddance to me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, most definitely good riddance. But it's just, I think there's just, once again, it's like men are from Mars, women are from Venus, and what men perceive
I
as
hate
women.
that book, and I hate it when people bring it up.
Yep.
The Swan on Fox. Of course, different opinions about going under such extreme measures
Yeah.
to change who you are and what you are and all that. But, most of these women that are on this show, I think that they're doing it for all the right reasons.
And the right reasons are?
That they've been taunted all their lives about how they look. Jack, can you play number 3?
My name's Kathy Rickers, and I feel uncomfortable with the way I look.
I used to get harassed, teased, pushed around,
I remember I was in junior high. It was a brand new school. There was a boy that I had a crush on. And I remember he got up on one of the tables and he's like, guess who I am? So everybody put on their little plastic noses and they were making fun of me. That's where I first became aware that I was different.
Dude, what was she, Groucho?
Well, and where do they get all the plastic noses?
That's a very large practical joke.
And a really great parent to buy at Walmart and get a
Yeah.
bunch of noses for Kathy.
We're doing it for a school play, Mom.
Yeah,
Really.
yeah, we need 30 plastic noses. All right, and before we talk to Kathy, let's just go down the list of procedures she had done.
All right.
Kathy's plan features several procedures, starting with her face. She'll have a brow lift, nose job, lip enhancement, fat injected under her eyes, cheek fat removal, a chemical peel, photofacial, collagen, laser hair removal, and LASIK eye surgery. For Kathy's body, she'll have breast augmentation with nipple lift and liposuction in 6 different areas. Kathy's dental procedures will include a Zoom bleaching, Da Vinci veneers, cleaning and repairing of her teeth. Kathy will be put on a 1,200 calorie a day diet and will spend at least 120 hours in the gym. To help boost her self-esteem, Kathy will undergo weekly therapy and coaching.
1,200 calories. That's a bunch of malarkey.
That's some starvation therapy going on there.
Kathy!
Hi.
Hi.
First of all, let me tell you, I saw you last night and you look beautiful.
Thank you.
Absolutely hot.
Thank you so much.
No problem. No,
Still
it's
sound
true.
a little nasal, though.
I'm getting kind of sick.
Oh,
so.
okay.
Yeah, it's going around.
I thought maybe they left something up there, like
No,
a tool or something.
no, it's just from traveling in the hot and cold air.
Right.
So how's it going? I mean, when did you guys tape this? How long ago was that?
When you guys saw my reveal, that was just a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
So you really don't know yet what it's like to live in that body.
I'm getting used to it. I've been home and, got to spend some time with my family and friends and,
But aren't you still healing up physically?
No, I'm pretty healed.
Wow.
Now, I have a question. And don't take this wrong because you look
Okay.
hot, all right?
Okay.
But what the hell were you wearing last night?
I wanted to be different.
You were. So that was your call? Because I'm like, something went awry or something because she's wearing that biker jacket with a gown.
You know, Cher pulled that look off.
Well, I didn't get to pick my outfit, but I told them that I wanted to be different. I kind of wanted to go with the wild child rocker look, so that's what they gave me.
All right. Well, it was kind of a Stevie Nicks look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it, though. After they took the jacket off, I liked it a little bit better, but,
Yeah. The jacket looked hard, and it looked like you were hiding something.
No, not at all.
It was like, uh-oh.
So you're a married woman, correct?
No,
No, she has
I'm
a
not.
boyfriend. She
A
sells
boyfriend, that's it.
vacuums.
Yes.
Are you going to dump him now?
Of course not.
Yeah, we'll see.
So
No, not at all.
you're 27 years old, and now tell us a little bit about the vacuum business.
It just, I'm really not doing that right now. I'm keeping all my options open. It was pretty hard on me, just going door to door. I did a little bit of telemarketing and,
You went door to door? I thought you guys had a vacuum shop.
We do.
But you also went door to door?
Yes.
Do you think you'd have sold more vacuums if you were hot?
I think so, but like
You
I
should
said,
try it now.
That's what my boyfriend wants me to do, and I'm like, no, I'm keeping my options open.
Go back and say, hey, we've got a special on Horic. And I'll bet that little subconscious thing will get him.
You know what I like about you, Kathy, is that really this is a go nowhere kind of job, like the vacuum business.
Uh-huh.
But I like that you love your boyfriend so much that you hang in there with him. You support his vacuum career.
Uh-huh.
I think that's a beautiful thing. A lot of people don't do that.
Actually, there is a lot of opportunities. He's been promoted. He does training now. So, yeah, you can move up.
What? Oh, and what does he train? I mean, like, what's...
He trains the new salespeople coming in.
Right. See, you push the button forward, it sucks.
No, there's techniques and just...
Yeah, but doesn't, like, Sears and Walmart put you guys out of business?
No, not at all.
No.
We do really well.
What's the name of your store?
It's Kirby, actually.
Oh, it's
It's a Kirby. It's the
Yeah.
best vacuum cleaner in the world.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
The
I mean,
Cadillac of vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
what about that damn guy that can suck up a bowling ball, that Auric guy? You guys got to learn to
You put him
suck
to
something up
shame.
cool.
They put him to shame. He's nobody.
I don't know. I would try to have like a bigger, better ball.
And now I'm going to go buy from the Swan lady.
So you think you're gonna? I mean, I know you keep your options open.
What
but
does that mean exactly?
Well, I'm going to be going back to school in the fall and, getting my bachelor's degree.
Nice.
in vacuum repair?
No, marketing actually.
Okay. All right. Oh,
But
very
my
nice.
ultimate goal is to be in the fashion
Psychology.
industry as a buyer.
I heard that.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Wow, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Kathy, congratulations. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
The thing I don't like about the show
Uh-huh.
is that somebody kind of has to walk away or whatever. I don't want to call you a loser. What do I call you? Like
I think
reject.
I think we're honestly all winners. Beth obviously did a little bit more transformation, and I'm really happy for her, and I wish her the best of luck. And I made some really great friends.
Well, yeah, because see, the problem is that you weren't as ugly as her.
Right. If you'd have started off uglier,
Yeah.
you'd have won.
See, that is
thank
not.
you.
Well, I mean, honestly, that's what's not fair about the Swan is because that chick, that Beth, she was boy.
Because the Swan is a direct device of the ugly duckling, and the
Right.
ugliest duckling will make the biggest transformation.
You just needed your nose changed a little bit. She needed some serious tweaking.
Yeah.
Well, it's not just all about appearance either. It's a
Yes,
lot
it
about
is.
the inside and, how you do overall, mentally and physically.
Hey, I
Well,
watched
that's
some of
not true. Otherwise, you wouldn't have had anything done because all of our insides almost look the same.
Yeah, I saw some of your insides, actually.
So did Dr. Hayworth, I think. Did Dr. Hayworth do your surgery?
I'm sorry?
Did Dr. Hayworth do your surgery?
Yes, he performed my surgeries, and, I was pretty happy with the results.
I'll bet.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
nice. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Kathy, congratulations to you. Good luck on your vacuum extravaganza. Any downside to all this?
You're seeing you go from one extreme to the other as far as how people treat you, and it's kind of disheartening, but, I like it.
So you can't believe how they used to be cruel to you, and now they're all nice and sucking up to you?
Yeah.
Just because you're hot?
A lot of people, you just don't realize how much appearance it plays in society. And,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, try being me with my girlfriends that are playmates, and they make you hold the purses.
Oh. I'm sure you're beautiful.
On the inside, yes, I'm very hot. Jack, on the inside, aren't I hot? Yeah, I'm drop dead gorgeous on the inside.
And on the outside, I'm short, and it drives the chicks crazy.
Danny, you're hot, too.
Thank
yeah, Danny, yum,
Yummy.
yum. You're like a smorgasbord.
Yes, I am.
Yummy.
Whoa, yummy. That's right, all you can eat, kind of. Oh, not from yesterday. All right, Kathy, thanks for being on the show, and congratulations. You look hot, my sister.
Thank you.
All right, see you
Bye.
later.
All right,
Bye. That was Kathy. She sells vacuums.
By the seashore.
She's 27. Is that love? I mean, is it, or is that like she just doesn't know?
Dude, they sell Kirby's. They're probably bazillionaires.
She goes door to door, Dan.
Every now and again, just to show she's down with the folks.
Hey, Stench, if you get a chance to wander down this way, feel free. In the meantime, as we wait for that little moment, we played it earlier, and I think it's just worth playing again, and that is we never get a chance to play audio bloopers, if you
Right.
will. But we always get a chance to play, that's not true. We never get a chance to play them because they're audio, and you never get to
Right.
see the visual ones. So this one finally is all audio, and it's really good. It's a couple of chicks, and they're stomping on grapes on this really high stage.
Now, why are they doing it?
I don't know. It's probably
Is
a
it a
piece.
local news
It's a
thing?
local
Is it-
Atlantic news piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just stomping
Okay.
on some grapes, and it's a news piece. And one of the girls falls, and her microphone is still connected to her. Here's the little piece.
It's a lot of fun, a whole day. Stop. Oh, oh. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, stop. Oh, stop. Oh, I can't breathe. Stop. Oh, no. Oh,
boy,
dear.
I think she's.
See, I don't think the funny part is that. I think the funny part is, oh no, oh dear.
Because they're throwing back to the studio right there. They're going, oh dear, poor girl. We'll check in with her later. And now the weather.
So can we find out sometime, somehow, some way of if that girl survived or?
Jason, you know what's funny? This thing has been circulating on the net, so I have to find out when it exactly happened.
Oh,
it's a
because
little clip on the
we
net.
could be playing something from like 20 years ago, and that's what happens on the internet. I've gotten like jokes that I swear somebody. Oh well, Al Gore sent them to me.
Right, 'cause he invented the internet.
I'll track them down.
Okay. Also, in the meantime, the reason why I asked for you to come here, where are we at with the Omarosa official statement?
Yeah, that
The
was coming
Omarosa
today, right?
Official statement is being released today.
Do we know what time?
She hasn't told me and has not emailed me back, which she promised. Her publicist is apparently a liar, too. because she said, I'm going to give you an answer today about it by this afternoon. And I immediately emailed her all the info she wanted. I talked to her 3 times yesterday, and now nothing.
What happened was we had the Jimmy Kimmel executive producer on, and he told us what his view of her leaving the show was.
Right.
That she walked out and she didn't go on the Jimmy Kimmel show.
Because she saw a lie detector, but that was not part of her bit because they were just going to yank on Uncle Frank, if you will.
And so she left the show, and then that was his statement, like, why, high and dry, or 15 minutes are over, fine, whatever. And so we called her, and she is officially releasing. We only got one side of the story. That's what she said.
Right.
We only got
Kimmel's a big fat liar.
one side of the story, and that they are releasing a statement today. So have we tried to call her today?
Want to call her live? Because we can get her live and talk to her directly. Or I can talk to her and she can avoid me like she did yesterday and tell me, no, she won't go on the show. That's our problem here.
And don't forget, she stole the Jimmy Kimmel parting gift, too.
Right.
Oh, yeah, that was what we were really going
and the
after.
fruit basket of regret.
Yeah, she's supposed to send those too. Have you mentioned those to her? We need her to send that right away to make things right.
I'm being really nice to them. I told them that we had the people from Jimmy Kimmel on. We got their side of the story. We'd really be interested in finding out what her side of the story was, since it seemed strange.
All right, let me call her, but I'm going to pick up the handset because she might be in.
Oh, she will be.
All right.
I'll be right back.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you had it. I didn't tell you. That's my fault. All right, so we'll just try to call her and see what happens. And we also have a therapist, a psychiatric whatever, and he will give us all advice. Those of us who have dealt with liars that can look you right in the eye and absolutely positively lie to your face and have no remorse, no regret about it. He will give us a little bit of insight into what this person is thinking, why they do it, how to deal with it, all that stuff. And so he'll take your calls as well.
Great.
Yeah. So it's the Omarosa theory.
When's he coming up?
He's coming up here in about 6 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah. In the meantime, here we go. Here is Jackie. Hi, Jackie.
Hi, Jamie.
Hi.
Hi, Jackie.
I talked to you guys on Friday morning.
Weren't you all jacked up on Valium?
Oh, I was so high on Valium, I offered to shtup all the doctors and everything, my daughter said.
Because you were having plastic surgery, right?
I had my eyes, my neck, and my face done, and it's great.
Are you taking a little painkiller now?
No, I'm just really tired. I'm down to only the painkillers at night, so...
Almost not worth doing.
At night, like at what? Like
before
7 a.m.?
Before I go to bed, so. But
how you feel?
You know what? I feel real good. I'm actually going to go down to the market right now, put some sunglasses on, and get them some flowers and take them over there. I feel real good.
Maybe you shouldn't
you're
go
supposed
out.
to drive?
Well, I don't have any heat. The head stuff came off my face. It's just like half a mile down the street. No, I'm okay. I'm not offering to shtup anybody today. So
don't drive any heavy machinery.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not. They were supposed to do dermabrasion, but I fell off my motorcycle a couple months ago, and they didn't like the way my elbow healed, so they didn't want to do any dermabrasion on my face. So.
Because they don't like your elbow?
Well, my elbow scarred, and they were afraid and it was an abrasion, they were afraid if they did it on my face, it might not look too great. So
Jack, I don't like your eye, so your fingers are broken, and I'm not going to fix them.
Right. That's what I got.
Where's Dan, the hatchback man? I don't see him.
It's Tuesday.
He's
1
always
p.m.,
late on
yeah.
Tuesday, yeah. All right, so we're going to have Dr. Tucker on the big show here in moments. Actually, he's waiting.
He's a clinical psychologist.
We're talking about people that lie, just blatant liars and how they live with themselves. And so if you have any questions for him, you can go ahead and call 1-877-487-9999. This all derives from Omarosa,
right?
Who has a problem, I believe. And I'm going to try to call her.
Okay, here we go.
But I have to do it separately on this line. So you guys can't hear her right now.
Right.
Because she's a live wire, if you know what I mean.
Right. And if she doesn't want to go on the radio and be all crazy, and we don't want you to hear some dirty words.
Right. Well, not like that.
That's enough.
Yeah. You know what I mean. Jelly bean. She does it to the Donald. She do it to Clear Channel. Right.
Right.
Now y'all get what I'm saying?
I didn't want them to get what we were saying.
Oh, well, sorry. Never mind. I was just kidding.
Right.
So far, we don't have to worry about it because she's not even answering. Amarosa,
Amarosa, men have named
what
you.
a bitch you really are. See, she
I
can't.
can't imagine why she wouldn't want to talk to you.
That's 3 ringy dingies. Jack, how many I give it?
5.
It's a publicist, right? She has to have voicemail.
Yeah, but it's a publicist like back from like, where I'm
Is
from.
it a publicist?
I don't know.
My voice cracked.
Oh, this is stupid. All right.
Okay, well, that worked out well.
Hey, you
for
guys?
us.
I'm not going to leave a message. Well, we should have tried that off the air. But
All right, but it opens our first question to Dr. Tucker because she swore she'd be there.
Right, see? All right, ladies and gentlemen, sorry about that little moment. Jack, can't you push that button and pretend like that didn't happen? Hey, Dr. Tucker.
Yes.
Hey,
How are ya?
did you hear that little moment we did? That was stellar radio, don't you think?
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't like the silent time, I know.
Yeah, I probably, me being a dumbass, probably should have just tried it first. But, I have all the plans. All right, so, Dr. Tucker.
Yes.
We were talking about Omarosa, and yesterday, she left we talked to somebody from Jimmy Kimmel. She left the show.
She was a runner.
She blatantly lies to people's faces. She seems like she has no remorse about her actions. What the hell's wrong with her?
Well, there are a lot of possibilities. Unfortunately, I haven't seen the show. People have told me about her, but I can tell you in general about lies. There are basically 4 types of lies. One would be developmental, and this would be like my 4-year-old who can't distinguish between what he thinks and reality.
Okay.
So that's why to them their imaginary friend is not their imaginary friend, it's their real friend.
All right, good. I've got that one covered.
And most people, fortunately, grow out of that, and they grow into what we call the white lie. And
Tori Spelling is my friend.
the big distinction about the white lie is it often serves to help other people as much as yourself. So you may cover for being late by saying I was in a traffic jam when in reality you just didn't leave soon enough. So there's not the manipulative, deceitful quality there.
There's no malice.
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't seem hurtful.
And you often do it for other people, too. So if your friend says, do I look fat in this dress? And you think, yeah, you do. But you say, oh, no, you look great in it.
You're still in the
So
white
it's
lie
like
category.
it's a kinder,
It's
gentler
a kind-
lie.
Exactly.
All right.
It's
All right.
a-
But now I think we're moving up the ladder here.
We're
Here we
moving
go
up
into
the
lie
ladder.
number 3.
Now, the third kind, which from what I heard, I don't think is her either, but it's called self-recrimination. I've got to sound a little psychological and
That's
professional
okay.
here.
That's what you are.
And a lot of people who have depression really serious, like psychotic depression or postpartum depression, I understand Brooke Shields has just come out with a book, often think that they deserve to be punished in their head. They just think they've done something so awful that they deserve punishment, and somehow they've escaped punishment, and they will lie to obtain the punishment.
I don't think I understand. So could you give me an example? I know, but could
Yeah.
you give me an example?
Yeah, it would be like somebody saying that they deserve to die because of something they may or may not have done. When they get psychotic, it becomes delusional, and they actually, like I had one guy who thought that he should be punished for having defrauded the government for his tax returns, and his accountant came in and said, no, you didn't, and all this stuff. So in his head, somehow he just thought he deserved this. And I'm
Well,
not
that's not a really good one. I don't like
Right.
that one.
Yeah, nobody likes that.
Yeah,
one. And I'm not talking about masochism either, because there's no pleasure derived from that kind of lying. It's just awful.
It's just
you know?
somehow, is it, what's it, karma? I mean, is it like a karma thing? Like, well, I did this, so I deserve that?
Could be that, and it could be
I don't
just a
understand
biological kind of depression. So let me move to the fourth one, which is I think what we have operating here, and it's a little bit of all 3 of the above, and it's the point where the person who lies either operantly or compulsively, it's always about you getting what you want or getting out of something that you don't want to do.
I believe that's what we're dealing with.
I believe that may be what we have here. And classically, it's a learning problem. In the same way that a dyslexic sees pool as loop or something backwards, one explanation of this kind of lying is that you just cannot learn to tell the truth. It just ain't in you for whatever reason. You're miswired neurologically. There's also a behavioral explanation, which is it's like compulsive gambling. It works every once in a while, and you kind of get hooked, and you keep trying
See, now
it.
that's what I believe also happens, is that there is some kind of I mean, especially as if we go into relationships, there is some kind of thrill or whatever that you get from not being caught.
Exactly. It's an addictive quality, and it ends up being, I think, an addiction ultimately. It's like gambling. If the lying pays off frequently enough to get you out of what you don't want to do, you'll keep trying it even when there are however many millions of people watching you lie. You somehow think you can still get away with it, or you can get away with it often enough that you keep trying.
And yet, the person that's lying has no idea that you're looking right through them, or as we were with her. I mean, we knew she was lying. We know she's a liar, but yet she just had this weird thing, like she still thought she was duping us.
And some people, I think, if you actually stop them and say, look, I will give you $20 million if you tell me the truth, they'll say, really? And you say, yeah, and they'll say, okay, I'll tell you the truth, because now the payoff is bigger. The payoff has changed, but for some people, they still can't do that. And it's one of those things, where the short-term gain to them is worth it, but the long-term pain comes up being much, much worse.
Oh, absolutely. We know that. Yeah, every time. I mean, it seems like it pays off every time, but how is it they can look you right in the eye and do it?
Well, it's an incredible phenomenon. And I tell you, it basically becomes their only tool, much like, an alcoholic's basic fear is that they won't have enough alcohol to make it through the day. They're kind of one-trick ponies, or one behavior people. And there are a lot of, underlying explanations like entitlement, et cetera, so that some of these people actually think they're the victim, and whatever they can do to get back what was taken from them, equals everything out.
Yeah, I
so
got you.
in their little accounting scheme of life, it's always
I'm doing
like,
it because I deserve it.
Exactly. I'm owed this, so any way I can get it is fine. So there's this constant rationalization going on. But it can really wreck relationships. You can imagine, living with a spouse like this or something. It gets really bad long term.
Well, yeah, and I think that's some of the questions. We have to take a little break, but I think that's going to be most of our questions, is especially how guys can just go, oh, it wasn't me. And we have the proof in our hands. And you guys can I don't know what you're talking. You're crazy. I would never do that to you. I love you.
Yeah.
You're special. I don't do that to you. All right, anyway, Dr. Tucker, we have to take a little break, and then when we come back, can you take some questions?
Oh, yes. Look forward to it.
All right. Hold on, my friend.
Questions for Dr. Tucker at 847. Wait, what's our phone number?
Oh, Jesus.
I just completely blanked on it. Kill me.
I have a question for Dr. Tucker.
What's wrong with Danny? What's he on?
What's our